back into summer, so let's take this in. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we can find. Little Rolling Stones painted black. Nice couch and chair. Should shake this to sit. That would be a nice chair for another room. It's like that, like big. Isn't that big? Yeah, that would be nice. Nice little rocking chair. Painted black. I used to have an entertainment center just like this back when I was a kid, like years ago. It was like in the 90s.
A few moments later.
Look at a little popcorn tin. That's pretty cool. I like these little. Look, I found me another mug. It's gonna kill me, but I gotta get it. You know, it's a mug. It's a glass mug. I like them. Let me see what this one is. We got everything but the kitchen sink, baby. The kitchen sink. Six pack, got a washer and dryer. Kills me doesn't actually let me down here for $150. This washer, it's washer temperature. Everything but the kitchen sink. Enough for a while. Right. John Adams. Hey, there's that DVD set of John Adams. I was telling Frank about that at work. You know, it's kind of cool that it's here. You know, I never would imagine to see that, but yeah, they got loaded new DVDs. Time to go through these things. See what I can find.
But wait, there's more.
Old records. Moving. J-Star. Now, you've heard of Johnny Cash. Have you heard of Tommy Cash? I guess maybe it's some relation to Johnny Cash. I need to look that up. That's pretty unique. Yeah. Big old VHS. I kind of feel bad that I never caught that dude on that deal on that, man. That's pretty, on those VHS touches. He had some classic ones. That's the Easy Company and the Bootleggers. These are just some classic old type books like that. Utah. Yep, that's a nice book. I know a woman in her, you know, she worked with me at work and, at one time. Her name was Utah. That's pretty nice, you know, find that, you know. Yeah, a lot of books here, a lot of books. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go on out of here. Even funnier. I wish they had magazines here. Man alive, man, look at this. You'd have to, if you had more time, you could go through these, but it's just too much right here. Here's stuff about me and sewing and stuff. My grandmother used to do that. Used to be big into sewing. Here's the Western books. Louis L'Amour, Ride the Dark Trail. So a boy I know at work brought me these games to look through, and they're mostly sports games. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could probably I'm gonna check the discs on some of these NBA games. I mean, finding them cheap would be nice. I'll tell him like sports games don't really go for nothing, and I'll see about a couple of the sports games here, but it may be MVP baseball, but a lot of them are computer games on this one box. But he's got 2 other boxes, so I'm gonna go through them. But I'm not really seeing anything that I kind of figured this. A lot of guys get sports games and stuff, and I was kind of hoping, against hope, that it would be something cool, but we don't know what the other 2 boxes hold yet. Okay, I'm in the second box, and he's got some music CDs, and like I said, there's mostly PC games. I can't really use PC games because I don't have a computer. Here's a Korn CD. I wonder what's on it. Nope, it's not in there. It would have been nice, Chutes and Ladders. Yeah, would have been nice if it was in there, but yeah. So far, I haven't really found anything. I haven't really hit. There's some sports games in here, but I really don't, need sports games, I might pull out a couple and just tell him, like, to be generous, at maybe $1 a piece. Because, like I said, they're like old sports games. They're like back in the early 2000s. There's some good Maddens, but I already got those. And I got that baseball game already, so. Well, I went through all 3 boxes. And, well, it's what you expect. He's had these games for a while. I mean, he's a good dude. He's a good, nice guy. I'll just offer him $5. I mean, that's all I can do. I think I'm overpaying, because this X-Men, I think this is probably the most surprising game to find in this whole stack was this. And the disc is in such shape, it looks like it's been through the ringer. I'm gonna change out the box. I'm gonna put the sports game box in this, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna take it and get it clean, but I don't know if it'll play or not. So taking a shot on it for like 50 cents or $1. Yeah, I think I can do that. But I thank him for bringing these in, but while I was here working, but some of these are just in too. I don't have PC. That's the only thing about it. A PC game. I mean, he had almost a lot of PC games in here. I had to tell him. I said, "Hey guys, well, I'm heading home. Been a long night of work, and well, if you saw the clips, you saw that I was basically nothing really major there. There was that Wolverine X-Men Origins game, but it's a risky deal. He basically just I gave him a couple bucks for it, because I don't think I'll be able to clear it. I'm gonna take it to Cheap Thrills and let him clean the disc. I think the disc is in too bad a shape at this stage. I mean, I looked at the back of it, and that thing's scratched all to hell. And I showed it to him. I said, and the rest is just sports games. I was like, and he said, yeah, just give me a couple of bucks for them. I was like, okay. The rest were PC games, and the rest were in bad shape, man. And when he first hollered, he told me about these games he's gonna bring me. He said, hey man, I got games, and I got Nintendo and PlayStation and Xbox, and I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna bring me some weird, unique stuff, right? Well, I should know he's an older guy and he don't really know games that well. And then it was mostly PC and some PlayStation 2 stuff. And he had a couple CDs in there, but it was empty. The Korn CD, I was like, oh, this is cool, Korn CD. It was empty. So he's a nice guy. And I was like, well, I'll pick up a couple sports games I don't have, and get them for a couple bucks. I'll check the back of them. A couple of them was in bad shape. It was PlayStation 2 games, but a couple of the CDs were in really good shape, and I picked them up. What? Well, finding some good movies in here. New additions to the dollar bin. Here's pushing 10. I remember seeing that years ago. The Huntsman. I got the first one. I've never seen that with Snow White before. The story before Snow White. The Huntsman. Look at that. Tower Heist. I ain't seen that in years. Never seen this one. Never seen this one. So this is pretty good. Barbershop 2. Stand Up Guys. going through trying to find some new stuff that's in this thing and find some decent ones. Neighbors. I think I got the 2-pack of this one. Neighbors 1 and 2, so that's a nice one. Pushing 10. I'm gonna think about this. I think I'll get this one. 4 dogs. Here's a box of them. Good old Rolling Stones. Top 10 heavyweights. This would be a kind of cool. Muhammad Ali, Jack Dempsey. And might get that one. Could be fun. The War with Grandpa, Robert De Niro. Oh yeah. Little baby. For the people who see 9/11, Reno 9/11. Hell Baby. Never seen this. I got that heavy metal DVD right there. Mine, I can't find the DVD, but I got the Blu-ray of it now. There's Harry Potter, the 4 film collection. That's getting ready to come back. Braveheart. Hateful Eight. Child's Play, John Wick. Winnie the Pooh 2, Blood and Honey. That's Winnie the Pooh 2. I don't know if it's any better than the first one. Little film collection, I got that. I've got this one, but I don't have the collector's edition. That's a pretty cool one. Lined Up by the Light about Bruce Springsteen. The Quick and the Dead. Mine's got a different cover than this. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That would be a nice one. Butch and Sundance. Like it. Coal Miner's Daughter. Evil Dead. Willy's Wonderland. There's Mindy. You know, I've always heard this was a good one.
Okay!
You can get Clue, the mystery game with Metallica. That's kind of interesting. As a premise, you know, Clue, the mystery game with Metallica. That's kind of an interesting premise. And we got more movies right here. We got 3 Friday After Next, Friday. Pineapple Express is the end. Seth Rogen was at his best with James Franco, I'm sorry. The Suicide Squad, I've got this one. Yep, I've got this one right here. This is a good one. Spider-Man No Way Home, yep.